Welcome back to another episode of Let's Stay In.
I'm Anna, and this is Mark.
Now, before we get into today's episode, we got to give you that annoying reminder. Make sure you like, subscribe, download, comment. If there's a button, make sure you click it. Somehow, I think that helps us out.
With that being said, let's just jump right in.
I did a past life regression.
Okay.
And
Wait,
I've been a man in so many different lives.
Wait, what does that even mean?
I
A past
believe-
life regression?
So someone looks into your past. Are we rolling?
Yeah.
Okay. So someone looks into your past lives.
Mm-hmm.
They walk you through it through hypnosis, and you talk about all of your past lives and what comes up for you. I've been like an evil Egyptian warlord.
Hot.
I know.
I could kind of see it.
I know.
Thank you.
I do.
Yeah.
I like that, and it's hot.
Thank you so much. Mark, I think we just found a new love connection on the podcast.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Me and her past life.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I actually feel spiritually that's why your nose has been twitching, because you just
I'm
being
like-
around me, you're like,
I used to be intimate with this
yeah,
man.
I might have killed you, because that's what happened in my past life. I actually asked my regressionist, I was like, I want to get out of this because something really sinister is about to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that would make sense why I'm attracted to you, because I really like men that will ruin my life.
Oh my God, me too.
I'm like super attracted to
I
that.
once dated a guy who went to jail 50 times, and I was like, honestly, not enough.
That's so hot. Did he
Not
call
enough.
you from jail?
No.
That would have been sexy.
You know, now that you mention it, I was like, not his main bitch is what I just realized.
Wow.
You were not his phone call.
He didn't call me.
Yeah, but what if he respected that you wouldn't want to pay for all those fees? Because every time that somebody calls you from jail, you get that whole like, would you like? Are
Honey, I'm Jewish. I should be the first call.
Every girl that's down bad enough to date a guy that's been in and out of jail that many times is gonna take that call.
Number one. Number two, who doesn't want a conjugal visit? So hot.
That is so hot. Like, it starts now.
Yeah. And the thought a cop could be watching. I'm like, are you going to join in?
Are you videoing it? I'm into it
Who's
too.
taping?
Yeah.
Like, where are we putting this? My OnlyFans are yours.
The
like, let's
voyeurism
chat.
thing.
Yeah, I'm so into it.
Me too.
that would.
The double-sided glass, like, is that happening in that room? Like, I want
Who's
to, like,
watching?
what size is the bed?
Are they directing? Are they letting us know what position looks best?
Yeah,
Like, I need
the
more
lighting.
information. Oh my God, is there a bounce card? I need to know which angles I look best from.
Well, I feel like a conjugal visit would have very like white walls. Like, how are they decorating that? Because it's a place for intimacy.
Okay,
and I know
it's giving psych ward. I'm here for it.
that's what I feel too. It's like metal frame, twin size bed. It's like not really like setting me up to like go in and like wow this guy. But I guess anything would really wow him.
Yeah, throw me up against the padded wall. That sounds hot to me. Yeah. It's like a built-in
What do you
wall
think,
pillow.
Mark?
This conversation has already broken my brain.
We have
and
very
we're 30
similar,
seconds
yeah,
into
we have
it.
similar interests.
I know.
That's good to
And
know.
I also feel like I know exactly who your dad is from this conversation.
I'm sorry, Papa. I'm sorry, Papa.
I'm sorry, Papa.
He's a good man. He's a good man.
He's a very good man who gave me the daddy trauma.
So here's what I need to know from you then. If you dated a guy who was in and out of jail 50 times, what was the ending reason to end that relationship? Because I feel like the 50 times would have tested you quite a few times.
Do you want to be surprised by my answer?
Yeah.
He wasn't ready to commit to me, but he was willing to commit to crime. So
Yeah, okay.
that was what it was. The dick was incredible.
It would have to
Absolutely
The felony dick.
out of this world. Oh my God. If it had been a federal,
be. Fair.
Not as or like a petty crime,
No.
like a dealing drugs sort of thing.
no, that's so lame.
Yeah.
But none of them were actually federal charges. They're all like assault and battery, like just random
Ooh, so
whatever.
like rage. There's rage
Yeah,
involved
so
on
much
his
rage.
end.
Oh yeah, he tossed me around like a rag doll.
Ooh.
I know.
I was gonna say something super inappropriate that I get us canceled.
No, my favorite is he was so alpha that he never wanted me to get on top. And I was like, thank you, because I, as the worst feminist in the world, never want to work. So thank you
No.
so much.
Your knees are thanking you.
Literally, I'm like, I'll take it however I can get it, which is on my back like a starfish. Thank you. I'm
The
putting the
lazy
star
girl.
in starfish. Let's fucking go.
There we go. There we
Your
go.
husband's listening to this and he's like, "That's my baby."
He
my
knows.
baby.
He does the same thing. Yeah.
I love it.
Sometimes when he's like, you get on top, I'm like, did you pay a ticket to see the show?
Yeah.
No?
No.
Okay, cool. Well, then I guess we're keeping it missionary, babe.
He's like, "Isn't the ring the ticket to the show?"
That's what you think.
That's what you think.
That's what you think. My husband got me 3 rings. He wanted to make it last, but it's for the past, the present, and the future.
That's sweet.
He's a very sweet.
Oh, that's
I was gonna say, does that come
adorable.
from you or him? That's
Yeah.
I'm almost thinking him.
No, he
Both?
found this. My husband is really sentimental. If you couldn't tell, I'm more of like an asshole, and he's like a sweet, loving
You're the dominatrix
gentleman.
in the relationship.
He's gonna be a great mom.
Yeah.
And I will be a hilariously bad dad. You know what I mean? My kids are gonna have so many mommy issues. they're going to date women who look just like me. Like, I already feel it coming.
She sounds hot.
Yeah. He's like, I already know what's going to happen. You're going to be on tour and I'm going to have one baby strapped to my front and you pushing the other in a stroller and we walking the dog. I'm like, well, at least we know who's who in this relationship. So thank you.
Yeah,
Stay
that's
home,
fair.
daddy.
I bless him every day. I'm like, thank God for you.
Okay, here's what we got to do before we go completely down this rabbit hole.
You told me when I got
No,
here,
I love this.
There's no rules.
No.
We're just going to ramble
100%.
on. And
Isn't
now
that such a
Mr.
man?
Rules.
No.
Such a man.
Listen.
You're gonna
Be
man-
yourself.
yeah.
Be yourself.
I need
Shut up.
a listen.
Yeah, shut up, man.
Shut up.
Yeah, this is our
Anyways,
podcast.
Wow,
now.
damn. Yeah,
Listen to me.
this is wow. Okay.
You were like, there are no rules. You're like, but hold on, here are the rules.
But here are
only,
the rules.
Okay, Mr.
only,
Fun
I
Police.
only need one thing. I only need
Hands
one
in
thing.
the air. You guys are aggressive women.
I only need one thing. 30 seconds.
Are you mansplaining how podcasting
No.
works? I swear to God, Mark.
No.
All three of us need to talk.
I just need a 30
At the
second
same
intro.
time, so no one wants to listen.
Damn it, ladies. Okay.
Just so attacked.
Okay. I need a 30-second intro of yourself for people who are watching this right now. They're like, who the fuck is this lady?
Okay, I'm sorry, but as someone who's done many podcasts, the actual responsibility of the host is to give the introduction of the guest. So actually, Mark,
Yeah, but it'll be.
let me fucking woman-splain
Yeah,
how a
you're already bad
podcast
at your
works to
job.
you.
But you'll
All
have a
right.
better answer.
Anyway, hey guys, I'm Leah Lamarr. I'm a stand-up comedian, TV host, actor. You've seen me on a bunch of shit, and I'm on tour. So that's my short
There we
story.
go. Where can we see you next?
Everywhere.
Okay.
I'm in Los Angeles, then I'm in San Diego, then I'm in Seattle, then I'm back in New York, then I'm in London. So just like
Okay.
follow me on Instagram where I post all my shows.
There we
Moral
go.
of the story: she's famous.
There we go.
You sounded so famous there.
Oh my God, thank
I'm
you.
everywhere.
I'm literally
On
everywhere.
everything.
I already took ads out in your brain. So you're going to see me in your fucking dreams, bitch.
I love it.
God, I would love to be a fly on the wall in the conversations that you and your husband have on a
He's
every
funnier.
minute
He's
basis.
funnier than me.
Really?
And he doesn't use it for work, which
He doesn't
I'm
weaponize
literally
it.
wet right now.
How
I'm
did
wet.
How did you guys meet? Like, did he
He's
come to
just
one
like
of your
a
shows?
normal person. No, we met through Danny Maygard. Do you know Danny?
No.
Oh my God, I love him so so much.
Sounds like
I'm
a
like,
baseball
is
player.
he
phrase.
Is a crypto bro?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But also, to be clear, that's how Mark and I know each other.
Yeah.
It's through crypto.
Yeah, we're both nerds. Yeah.
Massive nerd.
Yeah.
I am such a nerd. How nerdy are you? All right.
That's every girl. I'm such a nerd.
I'm so nerdy. No, but I actually am. I've played over 250 escape rooms in the last year and a half.
That doesn't shock
That's
me.
psychotic. That's not like weird.
I actually.
That's unstable.
That's also
right?
a lot of money.
I mean, isn't this checking
yeah,
out?
yeah, I
Like,
love
isn't
that.
this
I wanna
checking
get
out?
out.
You
this
spend an
room.
insane amount of money on escape rooms.
Oh, first of all, it's not escape, but sure. Yeah.
Escape espresso.
Yeah, learn how to speak before you try to roast me, bro. Yeah.
That's the Michigan
Escape.
accent, okay? It is what it is. It's a Michigan accent, okay?
You also say especially.
Especially.
But
Especially.
No,
oh,
you
I do say especially. Yeah,
And I've almost
you're right.
sent
You're
you
right.
a couple of memes
Yeah.
roasting you.
Oh, no,
Okay.
don't worry. We're gonna call you out every
That's
time.
fair. That's fair.
Yes,
Every
I'm
time.
feeling scary now. Like I'm feeling combative now. She's done this.
Yeah,
to me.
Look, I love puzzles, and I will figure you out, bitch. Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
I'm frightened.
You should be.
Yeah.
You're like posturing a little bit.
Yeah.
And your like hands are up.
Yeah, this is gonna
You're
be.
sweating talking to
Oh,
us.
I do sweat easily. Yeah.
That's
We-
why
we
he has-
noticed.
He has
Yeah,
those
yeah, yeah.
oil blotting pads.
Yeah.
When
like,
he pulled
on
one
his-
out earlier, I couldn't even believe it. I'm like, what is
Soaked.
this? An ad for Neutrogena?
Yeah,
Biore?
yeah. I sweat a lot.
You know we're in 2024 when a white man is taking out a Biore patch to wipe his
I
forehead.
love that. Just proud to be himself.
Listen, I readily admit I'm an
Yeah.
oily man.
On his perfectly manicured hand. Yeah, just
And you soaked it.
I really,
you could have
yeah.
wrung that out. And I was about to say something, but then I was like, no, like we're in front of a guest. I have to be professional. But now I know I
Now
did
you
not
know
need
the
to do
guest.
that. I did not need to do that.
I'll probably use one right after we're done with this podcast.
You could use one right now, honestly.
Yeah, probably.
Just keep
yeah.
whipping him out
I'm
every 5
sweating.
seconds.
I'm sweating. I'm nervous. That's the thing.
You're regretting that aloe pullover.
Yeah.
He's regretting having me here. Yeah. That's what's happening.
I'm like, so this has been great. Let's
So
call it.
anyways, icebreaker.
Yeah. So that's a wrap. Thank you so much for coming, Leah.
Wait, but you never answered the question. How did you and your husband meet?
Wait, is this not what it's like with all your other podcast guests?
You know,
No, they're like a little bit more normal. Ew. I know, gross.
So I met my husband because I was tuck and rolling out of a situationship, classic LA 101 with Captain Fuckboy. Honestly, he's a lovely person. If you're into fuckboy culture, really hot, very smart, creative, interesting, talented, successful. Like there are a lot of things that were good about him.
Deadly.
Okay.
Charming, very deadly combo.
How tall?
I would say he's like right at 6 feet.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
close height to me.
But very close. Yeah, just a close second.
Everyone laughs.
Yeah.
Everyone just roars.
Laugh track.
Dead
yeah.
silence. Dead silence. Yeah. Oof. Well, if you're wearing heels, but I think like, no, my husband is 6'2", by the way.
Okay.
Oh,
that's
so we
hot.
did better. We did better.
Height doesn't mean everything.
Yeah.
What I meant to say was,
5'7" is in now.
yeah,
It
I meant
is.
he's 6'2" in his pants.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah,
Vertically.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
horizontally.
Horizontally.
Yeah, yeah.
every direction. It's
Yeah,
coming from
yeah.
every direction. He's got a lot of limbs. So I was tucking and rolling out of this situation. It was actually the first time in my life, and I will take this W because I think it's the reason I got married. It's the first time in my life that I saw a situation going downhill, and I would normally wait for the wheels to fall off. Like I would just be like, let's fucking ride the bus until it completely breaks down. Instead of like, oh, we could get off the highway. Like there's an exit here. There's an, like we're about to run out of gas. What should we do? It's like, no, we should gun it. It's like, no, why don't you just get off so you can go get gas? I got off the highway. I was like, oh, so is this going to be something? Or, you know, and he's like, I'm not ready yet. I'm not sure. Like, you're amazing. It's not off the table. It's just not on the table at the moment. Like, I'm still getting over my breakup. And I was like, no problem. Let's just be friends.
So mature.
Let's just be friends. And then he freaked out, was not happy with my let's just be friends. Which, well, cut to that in a bit. But I was just like, yeah, I'm good. Thank you so much. I've been Leah Lamarr. Thank you. That's my time. You know, I'm out. And then I just I was like, oh, how cool of me to finally grow up and hear someone and not think that they were going to change their mind later while probably fucking everyone else in town.
Yeah.
And I just had respect for myself, which
What
Sick.
a concept. That's
so
crazy.
sick. And
Guys.
he probably was like, why can't you be like the other girls that just buy lingerie and try to seduce me sexually and convince me? He was probably hoping for that. And instead you just were like, okay, bye.
literally 100%.
Yeah.
And I was like, because I don't ever feel like having sex. So it's just not gonna,
I'm not going to convince you.
I'm
with
like,
that.
this is a chore. Yeah. I can't believe I've been doing this for free for years when people make so much money from this. I'm an idiot.
makes
Shit's wild.
I'm a
Bank.
fucking idiot.
bank.
I know. I haven't made a penny off it yet. Honestly, so
Same.
stupid. Ugh.
If anything, I've probably paid because I've paid for more dates.
Birth
and
control. Oh
boyfriends.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Therapy.
Plan B. Yeah.
SSRIs.
No.
Yeah.
What is that?
Oh, babe. You got Biore's, but you're not on SSRIs
You're not,
yet.
you're not very LA.
You're learning, but slowly.
I give you a year.
It's called an antidepressant. Honey.
Okay.
Keep up. Yeah, it's called
Anxiety
Zoloft.
medication.
My bad.
Yeah. Pop off, King. Okay, so I leave this relationship, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to Ibiza because that's what
Ibiza.
you do. I said it because I wanted. Okay.
I like the way
Ibiza.
you said it the proper way.
Yeah.
fun.
If you have money,
You say Ibiza.
if you're fucking poor, you say Ibiza. It's crazy because I was doing shows in Barcelona and I had a joke about it. And they're like, it's not Ibiza, it's Ibiza.
Yeah.
Ibiza. And I was like, so they gave me a whole lesson on how to say it. And then you go to England. My husband is English, by the way.
Okay.
Thank you.
Nice.
I just felt like
Good for you.
there was
Good
no
for you.
applause or anything,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it was just weird. I was just waiting. And
I'll
then
put
it
that
never
in
came
post.
I should
Yeah,
have like,
yeah,
that's so hot.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I can keep it moving now. And then you go back to Europe or England and they're like, oh, no, it's Ibiza. And I'm like, okay. And then you come to America and they're like, so I was in Ibiza. And it's like, no, actually, I was in Ibiza.
Or you go to Ohio and they're like, "Where's that?"
They're like, is that in Antarctica?
Did
Never
they
heard-
also say Barcelona?
Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Yeah, Barcelona. I mean, I feel like at this point I'm just appropriating culture and I don't really know what I'm talking about. But anyway.
It is what it is.
So I went to Ibiza. My friend Danny invited me on this trip. I went. It was beautiful. We were staying in Ibiza. It was my first time there. And tuck and rolling out of the situationship. And if for those of you listening don't know what Ibiza is famous for, it is partying. That's it. It's like Mykonos. It's like a crazy party island basically. And I don't even drink. So just hard drugs for me.
Fair,
Thank
fair.
you. Yeah.
Really?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, I'm curious about that. I would like to talk about that eventually.
Yeah, just straight heroin. Like
Yeah. Black tar.
no, I only do shrooms.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I'll do. I'll do like yeah.
I feel like
Yeah, I just still want to be hired by Disney. So
Yeah.
no, just like an occasional shroom.
Okay.
I'm not even going full shroom. I'm going microdose.
Is that
Okay.
even considered hard now? I feel like that's like I'm seeing
No.
like ads for it on
It's
Instagram.
self-care, babe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, on all of our ads now that we've talked about it will just be
Will
like,
be-
do you need medicinal shrooms?
Mm-hmm.
Literally all mainstream ads.
Same. And I'm like, yes. And are you?
I've never done it.
We'll talk about that
Okay.
later.
Okay, we'll circle back.
Yeah, we'll circle back. Okay, so I'm at this island. I'm miserable for 3 days. I'm just so sad that I had to end things with this guy I liked. And in my head, I was like, oh, maybe you can change. Like, I'm just trying to take back my choices. And then my friend was like, oh, Leah, I brought a Jew for you. I'm Jewish, by the way. And I was like, dude, it's kind of anti-Semitic. Like, you can't just assume all Jews are going to like each other just because we're Jewish. And he's like, no, I'm going to push you guys together. And I was like, ugh. And then he showed me his photo and I was like, push us together.
Yeah, please push us.
It's anti-Semitic for us not to be together.
Yes.
And then that night I saw him and all the information I had about him was from my friend Danny, which was that he was Jewish. That was it. And then from other two people that were there, a couple who were like the loveliest people in the world. And they were like, oh, Adam is the most lovely person ever. He's so sweet and so thoughtful. I was like, you're just trying to get your friend laid. And they're like, no, actually, he's really just sweet and amazing. And I was like, well, why is he single? And they're like, oh, he got out of a breakup like a year ago. And I think he's just, that's been that. And I was like, huh. Anyway, cut to later that night. I see him and I've had love at first sight before, but which I, in hindsight, realized was just lust at first sight.
Yes.
Facts.
The chaos was activated. The butterflies, which is basically just your body going into fight or flight to let you know that that person's dangerous. Isn't that crazy that you think it's
Yes.
love, but it's actually just danger?
Danger.
Wild. I fucked every single one of them. And it ultimately turned it into nothing.
Yeah.
Turned into a pile of shit. God bless every man I've ever had sex with. And then when I saw my husband, I didn't have that feeling. The feeling that I had was, oh, there you are.
Oh my God, that's exactly how I just, it's the there you are. That's so weird.
I was like, I already know you. I just had this feeling that I knew him. I was like, oh, we didn't even talk then. We just said hello. And we didn't take the same, you know, they had ordered cars to take us to the clubs and stuff. We didn't even sit in the same car. And everyone's like, so what'd you think about it? Like everyone was very invested immediately because they're like, ooh, the Jews. I felt like I was in a,
like a Jewish dating show.
Yeah, they put like two extinct creatures together in a cage to see if they mate. Yeah, like I was like, am I a fucking experiment? And I'm like, yeah, he's fine, like whatever. And then we go to the club. We went to Pasha, which is the notoriously loudest nightclub in the world. That's what they're known for. The number one nightclub in the world. My literal hell. I go into the bathroom and I put toilet paper in my ears.
Wow.
So hot. And when I come out, he's standing right there and he goes, would you like some earplugs?
Wow.
Oh, gentleman.
And I was like, yeah. I
You don't think this is hot?
Love it. First
Tissue
earplug.
wads.
And then he's like, do you want to go outside and talk? I was like, yeah, I do. So we went outside to go talk. And he's doing something no man in LA has ever done before, which is ask me questions about myself.
Wow.
That was so weird.
I was like, this guy's obsessed with me.
You're scaring me.
I'm like, I'm like, are you going to eat my skin off my body? Like, what
Are
is
you gonna
happening?
wear it?
And he hasn't done it yet.
I know, but it would be so couture if he did.
It would be hot.
But yeah, and it's crazy because we talked for like an hour and I was so jet lagged because I mean, the time difference is so stark. And I was so sad from this other situation. And even though I had these feelings around it, I was just so calm. I kind of felt like I already had it in the bag, honestly. I was like, this guy's obsessed with me, whatever. I saw a really hot guy and I was like, can you watch my purse?
You said that to your now husband?
Yeah. And I followed this guy into the club and to go talk to him. And I'm like, what are you doing? I literally stopped myself in my tracks. Because I think I told him I was going to the bathroom or something. I stopped myself in my tracks and I just said to myself, what are you doing?
Self-sabotage.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
I literally was like, you have a man out there that you are attracted to that is interested and interesting and sweet and is holding your fucking purse. And you're chasing some fuckboy into the club that you already know how this story ends. And then I just walked back out there with my tail between my legs. I never even said hi to the guy. And that was that.
You don't want to be the guy that you're trying to heal from. And we find ourselves doing that.
It was about to be me.
Yeah.
It was about to be me. And now I'm married to the most patient, loyal, wonderful person in the world.
Damn.
That's beautiful.
Okay, we love that.
That's
Yeah.
so beautiful.
We love that.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so here's my question for you then. So why, like, what does it take then for somebody to get to that point? Because I think a lot of times, you know, how long have you been in LA?
Wait, I forgot that I have this in my bag with me at all times.
Hot sauce.
No, it's the headphones. The
Oh
earphones
my
from
God,
Pasta.
you've got
That's
that's.
so beyond.
That's
That's
amazing.
so romantic.
Isn't this so cute? I have them with me always.
She's like, no, I'm gonna put these in so I don't have to
I
listen to you
listen
two
to your
fuckers.
fucking bullshit.
You and your rules.
It's honestly just when men speak, it's just like, it's like the Charlie Brown
Unnecessary.
effect. I know. I
already
can only
got
hear
one.
women. But sorry, what was your question?
No,
That
so
was cute.
okay, so here's my question. I feel like, how long have you been in LA?
Oh, too long, like 8 years.
Okay, so similar amount of time to me.
Same.
Well, I moved here 8 years ago, but I've been gone. Like I moved to Europe for a bit.
Oh, okay, so
That's
So
awesome.
you've done
Yeah.
some things. Yeah, yeah.
Moral story.
Yeah.
I am awesome.
yeah, I like lived in London and then we like traveled all over. It was so hard. Like
That's
in
the
Italy and
dream.
Paris.
Yeah, so she's like, so Mark, you're
Dream.
peasant ass. We are not the same,
Spain.
Mark.
Yeah.
So she's like,
Mark went from Burbank
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Also, to be clear though, I had never traveled before this, so white privilege. I don't know what I did with that, but white women around the world were crying for me. They're like, "This is your first time in Europe."
finally she
Babe.
did it.
Yeah,
I've
like,
never-
oh, cute, you got yourself a Prada bag in Italy. Okay,
No
I did that in
tax.
8th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's literally,
Literally,
why I
no
did
tax.
it.
Yeah.
You knew.
Yeah, you're smart.
I did the same thing when I went to Chanel, but
so okay, wait.
it's almost like
Dropping name. Just drop. I have a
It's-
Chanel. I have one.
It's girl math. What am I supposed to do? Not buy it? That's like actually
It's an
losing money.
investment.
Yeah. Okay.
Gotta
Sorry.
do it. Gotta do it. So okay, so so I feel like a lot of people, you meet them in LA, and the similar stuff to what you're talking about. You meet the guy,
Mm-hmm.
super good looking dude, but he's either doesn't want to commit or he's got something else going on, whatever. So, but then you meet a guy who maybe is not like. Would you say he was your type normally, or like? Because again, he doesn't
My
have.
husband?
Yeah. So he doesn't have like the douchebaggery that some of the past guys that you were with had. So what I guess like switched where you went from, okay, all the guys that I've dealt with in the past, it's no longer the vibe. Now I'm sticking with this guy. Like, why was it not like too boring for you?
Are
I
you
guess?
ready for the worst answer of all time?
Totally fine. Yeah, go for it.
He's so hot, and I love watching women hit on my husband because he's so weird around women.
Thank you. Like
Literally,
awkward. Yeah.
literally it becomes like a weird alien robot where I'm
Yeah.
like, have you ever spoken to a girl before, honey? Like this is
That's
like
such a
women will
green
be hurting
flag.
on like hitting on him, and I'm just like, that's so cute because he doesn't even he cannot factor it in. He's like, oh, this person is speaking to me. me.
I say hi.
Yeah. Hello. How are you? Make small talk. Okay. The difference between him and all the other guys I've dated is that his family loves each other.
Oh shit, that's huge.
It was very uncomfortable for me for a long time. That was the hardest part. I walked into his parents' house and there's a decal on the wall with all of their family names on it, written on a heart connected by a string, and it says, "This family's connected by the heartstrings."
It's so gross, and I like it.
And I said, "I'll be right back." And I had to take a walk around the block.
I'm scared. Come
I
pick me
literally
up, I'm
was doing
scared.
breathing exercises. I was like, this is a lot. They choose to talk to each other every day. And like they carry on a conversation from room to room. They hang out every weekend, multiple times.
They just like each other.
They have Friday night dinner every Friday night with their grandparents.
It sounds like your family.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now I'm gonna be honest. It's kind of like us.
Such green flags.
I don't like the way you even said that, honestly. It just
Yeah.
like it cut me.
Yeah, sounds like this guy.
Like I thought how I was raised was super normal until I got out to LA, or honestly just even being in college and just chatting with people. You start learning about their life and you're like, oh yeah, my family dynamic is much more different than like other people. Like, you know.
You're from Michigan?
Yeah.
What part?
Do you know Michigan well?
No.
Okay. Well, so here's what we do.
Is it Detroit or not Detroit?
Yeah.
Like 35 minutes from Detroit. But listen, this is how people do it with Michigan. You say, I'm about like here. So yeah, that's where I'm from.
What was the hand?
I
supposed to
regret
be?
asking.
That's the state of
This is
Michigan.
The state of-
That's all I did get that.
That's
But
everybody.
other than that,
Yeah, and if you want to go real nerdy, then there's the UP, and you go like that because the UP's up here.
You
Yeah,
really
you
tried
lost
to
me.
explain crypto
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah, yeah.
You
Lost me on
tapped
UP.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how Michigan people show where they live.
UP,
yeah,
IP.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, I would meet people and they would be talking about their family dynamics, and I'm like, mine is so different. Like we don't yell at each other. We're all
Wow,
like,
what's that like?
Yeah, we're all just kind to each other. I don't know. We're supportive, the whole nine. you know, I don't know. I have a great relationship with my father. I have like, you know, my mom's awesome. She's my best friend. Like, you know, all these different things. And I was like, that's how I grew up. My parents love each other. I've never seen them argue. You know, might have a disagreement, but they talk it out like functioning adults. What a crazy concept. And I thought it was a very normal concept till I realized it is a very crazy concept. Healthy.
It's beautiful. It's very Hallmark.
I feel ill.
Yeah. You'd be like, I'd feel unsafe there.
Yeah. My father, I love my dad. We got into a fight. He got into a fight with me, asterisk, on my wedding day, and we didn't talk for 10 months after that.
That's wild.
Isn't that crazy?
Do you feel comfortable sharing why that happened? You don't have to.
He's so unhinged. We had a chat about it. I love my dad. He just pops off.
Temper.
At small things. And I think that I have been to therapy for so long now that, you know, knock on wood and 12-step and anything you can think of. I've done every self-help book. Well, that's not true. I don't read, but I'm still learning.
Audio tapes.
I mean, I don't even know how to hear, but yeah, my husband does the listening. I just do the talking. No, I love my dad. I think he sometimes will A to see something. So the issue is A, but then he will project it onto C. So the thing that's upsetting him isn't actually about the thing that he's getting mad about.
That's very common, unfortunately.
Yes. And I only know that because I used to do it all the time. And then I tried to unlearn that habit and break it down and see what I was actually, find the root cause of why I was getting so upset. So basically, we had a fight over me taking a travel size contact solution. And that was what the fight was about.
It wasn't about that. Let me tell you.
Let me tell you. It was not about the contact solution. Yeah. But it was a scream. And then I took an Uber and we didn't talk for 10 months.
Wow.
It was literally right after I'd gotten married. Like we got home from the courthouse.
You guys are good now?
Oh yeah. We're good now.
Do you have like a good sense of humor about it? We were able to be like, it's not about the contact case.
Yeah. Again, you know, I've been through so many phases with my parents. They didn't talk to me for a couple of years. We've been in and out of, you know, I think also it's hard on families of comedians because you do talk a lot about your family and you put a lot of personal stuff on the internet. And some of it is really borderline and some of it is even probably reprehensible. You know, I mean,
material.
Yeah. And I think too, when you're new to comedy, it's more of traumedy. You know, you take pain and turn it into laughs. And so a lot of it is therapy. And now I realize therapy is therapy. So I try to make my jokes a little different now. You know, of course you take things that make you upset and you try to elevate it into something that's funny for yourself. But not always sad things anymore. Now it's a lot of my comedy just comes from mishaps. Nothing extremely tragic. But I used to take tragedy and turn it into comedy.
Yeah.
And there's a time and a place.
Do you and your husband have rules on like what you can make jokes about?
Oh my God. Here's the best thing ever. My husband does not give a fuck.
That's so attractive.
And let me tell you, I never let anyone come see me. And by anyone, I mean boyfriends, because I once had a boyfriend come and on me. And then we went to a show and then he watched the show. And afterward, we are at Barney's Beanery in Burbank. And I'll never be able to go back there.
Classic
He
spot.
fucking ruined it for me. Did fucking ruin Barney's for me. I can't go back. He started sobbing. He's like, "You're so funny, but you talking about, you know, sleeping with other guys." I'm like, "Did you think I'm a fucking virgin? Like, what do you think is happening here?"
They always hope.
I'm like, I have a foul potty mouth. I'm going to talk about sex. I'm going to talk about sex with multiple men. Not at the same time, but...
Do you want to lower that, by the way?
I see
no, I'm just going to love playing with it.
Okay.
Because it reminds me of a dick. No, and he just had a mental breakdown. And I thought to myself, oh, this person is never going to enjoy my art. And I can't... And then I was like, oh, maybe I'll just never bring a boyfriend. And that's actually not the solution. The solution was just find the right person who's okay with watching my comedy. My husband comes and I'm like, "I don't understand, guys. You're excited by a 10-inch cock." And he's like, you know, and I'm like talking about whatever. I'm like, "So I was fucking this guy." And he's like, you know,
that's my favorite joke, babe.
literally. And I have so many jokes about him now.
I mean, that's
a winner.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah, that's healthy. That's healthy.
I did Edinburgh not last year, the year before. So I was doing my hour every day. and on top of other shows. And he came to see my hour 16 times in a row.
Wow.
He just knew all your material for you.
He could have just put a wig on and done it, I swear. So I feel very lucky that he's so supportive. And he's like, you're just the funniest woman in the world. And I just, you know, and that is honestly all I've ever wanted, because I had no support ever. You know, my family, God bless them, really pushed me away from the arts. So me kind of going on this trajectory was never something they ever wanted for me. And I think that's kind of initially why we started having this big detachment. But yeah, my husband is so supportive. And it's interesting because now I see my friends who are having kids, like they are keeping the baby, you know, and
the period of life when you're happy for your friends when they tell you they're pregnant.
Yeah. I'm
Want
like, I don't have to drive anyone to the clinic anymore, so it's saving me on gas. But they're keeping their kids, and and they're really trying to support their children who want to do anything in the arts. And I think that's so lovely, because I was so pushed away from it, where even just last night I was talking to another friend, and his niece is 17 and she's a painter, and she just sold a painting for $13,000.
Wow, that's awesome.
But you know, at 17 years old, that's pretty good.
Oh, that's
it's
great.
like that's good for right now.
Yeah,
exactly
for me right now.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, she's crushing it, and she's so talented. He was showing me her paintings. I was like, oh my God. And I thought, wow, what would my life have been like if I had been supported in my labor of love, which was art at the time? If I had been pushed accurately into doing the things that I actually enjoyed doing, versus continually pushed into something that I was already just like forcing myself to do to make someone else happy.
Well, think about how strong your love is for yourself to even stick with that plan, because I know a lot of people wouldn't have believed in themselves enough, and all that matters is like their peers or their families basically instruction of what they're supposed to do with their lives, and ultimately you sticking with that is like the ultimate devotion and love to yourself.
Guys, not to brag, but I like love me.
It's beautiful. That's not that common, you know. You meet people that like are impressed by themselves, but to genuinely love yourself is not something you see every day, which is like hence why a lot of people are very unhappy and in relationships that they're in.
That's such an interesting way to phrase it, and I'll take it, because I'm trying to learn how to accept a compliment. I don't even know if that's a compliment. I think it's
a huge compliment.
Okay, yeah, it's a compliment. I loved it. Thank you.
Or even just like I just have
an observation.
An observation. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like when it goes to, we're all semi-attracted to how we grow up, right? So you grew up.
I thought you were going to say semi-attractive. I was like, no, we're just regular.
I don't know.
Attractive. Yeah, speak for yourself, Mark.
I don't know if everyone.
We're semi-attracted to how we grow up and the environment that we grow up in and everything like that. So if you grow up in an environment where people maybe aren't as supportive of what you're pursuing and everything like that, I think you then tend to be attracted to people who don't necessarily support you completely, because you're almost like fighting then for their approval and their, you know, love and support and everything like that. And then you meet your husband who is supportive of what you're doing and everything. Was that mentally like weird to get used to, of going from, I guess, like some of these guys in the past who weren't really like looking to commit, weren't really giving you the support and everything like that? Now all of a sudden you've got somebody who's very supportive, he's going to all your shows, he's doing all these things. Was that weird to get used to?
Well, I just want to talk about something you said before that, which was, you're so right, because I dated, when I lived in New York, I was working in finance still, in Fiat, so Web 2.0. And every guy I dated during that phase of my life, even though I was kind of doing theater on the side, I started stand up in LA, which is fucking mental. You should start in New York if you're going to start. That's where stand up is. And every single one of those guys wanted me to have a regular job and a normal life. They're like, do you like, I mean, like, being an artist is such a, like, it's just so hard. And like, everyone just wanted me to be normal. Everyone wanted me to be regular. And I'm like, but I'm not who that is. There are plenty of people like that. I'm not that. Like, I'm a weird person with a different brain, and my brain wants to do this thing. Like, this is what I naturally enjoy doing. These are where my gifts are. My gifts are not in organization and like working in a team, you know, like that's just, I don't got that. I don't have those mental faculties. But with my husband, when he just was so, and also when we met, he had no idea I was a comedian. He'd like, I never saw his Instagram. He didn't see mine. My friend Danny never even brought me up to him, which I think is really interesting. So he just, when he saw me, that was it. That was the first time he ever saw me. And I also just want to let you know, he fell in love with me immediately, and it took me a while. like 3 days. And then
I really paced myself.
Yeah, it was like 72 hours, a long ass time. But yeah, it's interesting because now that I have someone who's so supportive, I just feel my nervous system is at ease. Like I just feel calm. I feel like I was always in fight or flight, and now I'm just like, oh, I guess someone just loves me, you know. So fucking boring. Like there's no struggle, so I'm not funny anymore. But
I love lacking that struggle.
I know it's so nice because I didn't realize how much mental space in my head was being taken up by conversations I hadn't even had with the guy I was dating about how much I disliked what he thought about me and what he'd said about me and how I was experiencing our relationship. And then also when I wasn't in a relationship, how much of my brain was being taken up by dating. Does this person like me? I wasn't even thinking about if I like them. It was all about, do they like me? How do I get this person to like me? How do I find the right person? But like stalking on Instagram, just absolute
who they're
mental
following.
Illness, insanity. Are they only following girls in underwear? Which, to be fair, fine. But also, like, I'm not that girl.
Red flag.
So, thank you. That's what I wanted to say. But
you're like, but you also post that sort of stuff, so I didn't want to insult you. No.
Oh,
I mean, I used to.
well, didn't we all?
I've grown up.
I'm a retired hot girl. Yeah, I put the sweatshirt on. I'm good.
I'm wearing Target tees, baby.
Let's
tits
go.
covered.
I'm
progress.
I know.
You can't even see that we have phenomenal bodies underneath.
My tits are so good, and they're just going to waste right now. I swear.
Yeah.
If I release them on the internet, I think I might have a huge career.
Oh,
I
really?
Yeah.
They're that good?
I got to Kim K this shit. I don't know
like,
what
give
I've
me
been
hands,
thinking.
like shape, like
they're
no,
just honestly they're just like a perfect little handful.
Like keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
My dick is massive.
Tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop.
Yeah, that's where I just stay silent. Okay, listen.
And
Mark's like, tell us.
And that's how you know he came from a good home. He knows when to shut the fuck up.
I know my mom will watch this, so I'm like, hi, Mom.
Oh, you're a good boy.
Cute.
Yeah, that's really cute. He's a good one.
Oh, are you dating anyone?
No, I'm single.
Do you want to date someone?
Oh yeah.
Wait. You should have paused and been like, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
No,
pour some water out for Mark. Yeah.
No.
The last guy in LA who wants a relationship.
I hate.
That's a hot commodity.
I hate dating. Like I hate the actual.
There it is.
No.
Yeah.
Like I just want to. I would like to just skip to the part where I find my person.
Where you're
right?
farting in front of each other, watching Netflix under a blanket.
Yeah.
That's so high pressure though. Have you ever felt like that? Like when I think about it, because I get it to a certain degree, because I always hear people be like, I don't want to date. Like I just want to meet someone. Like I only want to date them if they're going to be my future wife. There's so many relationships where you don't really know right away.
Yeah, but I do feel like at least at this point, like I'm 31, right? So like if I go on a date with somebody, I feel like at this point I know whether I'm going to be interested in her or not. Like it's not, and I'm not going to beat around the bush. If I'm interested, and I'll let you know. If I'm not, I'm not, and I will for sure let you know.
You can't beat around the bush in LA. Everyone's lasered.
Yeah, see,
that is so true. There is no bushes. They're gonna come back. They're gonna come back eventually.
I'm semi-bush.
You are?
Well, my husband and I are in a long distance marriage, so yeah.
Yeah.
Where is he?
In England, where he lives.
Oh shit. Okay. You forgot to add that in.
Well,
how often do you see each other?
So I moved there for a bit. So I was in England for 8 months last year.
Oh wow.
And then I came back in October, and he came here for December. I'm going there again in 2 weeks, and then I'll probably be there for the whole summer.
Yeah. Europe for summer.
Europe for
a Euro
summer.
summer.
Oh my god, you poor thing! How horrible.
Your life is Pinterest.
Literally,
Cute.
I'm very lucky. But we filed for the green card, so we're just waiting for that process, and it just takes forever. Yeah. I don't know if you guys know anything about the green card process, because I did not. Are you from America?
So my dad, he's technically an alien. So he's German. He does not have citizenship.
You had Canadian energy to me.
Does that mean I'm nice?
Yeah, that's how it felt. I know. It's weird because you're like really hot, but you're also really nice, which is the first thing I noticed.
Canadian, like Ryan Reynolds.
Yep.
Hot.
Also, I've heard he's not that nice though.
Really?
I recently read, but who knows?
Not everything's right on the internet.
I know we all but I am one of those.
What do you mean? Everything is absolutely correct on the internet.
Oh, I'm like the worst.
The ice
type
wall
of person.
exists around Antarctica. Go on.
I am the worst type of person. If I read on the internet, I'm like, yep, there it is.
You're like, so-and-so's an asshole. Read it once.
Don't even question it. Yet I've made my life being on the internet.
So what do you think is actually happening with Kate Middleton?
Oh, is she like getting a BBL? Like there's like that rumor.
Dead.
I don't.
What? I didn't even hear these conspiracy
I heard
theories.
a headline that was like, did she get a BBL or is she dead? And I was like, there's no other option.
No.
It's just getting ass implants or being.
That's literally the most 2024
Passed?
thing I've ever heard. That's getting a BBL versus being dead is literally Trump versus Joe Biden. I swear.
So spot on. We don't even ask who's who.
No, I'm just like, yeah, BBL is obviously Trump and dead is obviously Joe Biden because he's literally probably already dead.
Didn't even have to clarify it.
Yeah, no.
I immediately knew.
Just in
I
case,
didn't want to
just in
shame
case.
you for explaining that, but
I know. I'm like, some people are slow. You know,
Yeah.
it just had to. Some people are visual learners. Some people are verbal learners. Just something for everyone.
That's
that
fair.
is very true.
Yeah. But yeah, that process is a bitch. Like getting the going back to that, the green card process is a bitch. I know a buddy who went through that.
Yeah,
not fun.
actually, it's so expensive.
Yeah.
And we interviewed maybe like I would say 12 to 14 lawyers. Because if you're going to, this is a long-term relationship with a lawyer you're going to have, so you need to be able to trust them. You need to be able to make sure they're going to get you in. Because I know people who've spent a ton of money and their applications got denied. And 3.5 years later, you know what I mean? I don't have that kind of time. Like, I need my husband to get here. So you got to make sure you're with someone you can trust, even if you think you're getting the best of the best. It's like, you really need to. Our lawyer came to see one of my shows in New York, and I'm like, he's the guy. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's the
Phenomenal.
guy.
Yeah.
And oh my God, the worst part, he was there with his wife and all the other comics were doing crowd work on them. And I wanted to fucking
That's the best.
die.
That's a good
They were just
sign.
annihilating them. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Please still represent us.
But that's a great sign that he still wanted to work with you.
Yes. He's so lovely. But anyway, before we chose him, we spoke to a handful of lawyers. And half of them were like, we're not joking if you're not, but are you willing to just come across the border from Mexico? Because it's the easiest, cheapest, fastest. And then we were like, excuse me? And they're like, yeah, like 5,000 to 10,000 people come across the border every day. It's pretty easy. And we were like, what about the legal way? And
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't know.
I don't
It's like
know,
kind
man.
of expensive. It takes a long time. It's like, I mean, we'd be out of a job, but you know.
I like the
Yeah, if
options.
you want. Yeah. And I was like, okay, well, honey, start swimming. I don't know what to tell you. It's just it's brutal.
I have a question. So you said crowd work. So this is a question I've always wanted to ask a comedian.
Yes, Matt Rife is funny. Go on.
So if you,
I
so
love
you-
him. I honestly do. I think he's great.
Do I even know who Matt Rife is?
Wait, what?
Do I?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Wait, let me ask my question first. So when people,
Wait. How the hell?
I don't know.
I don't know. Like,
Wait, no.
So I'm
We're having a
She won't even
conversation.
look at me.
Wait,
So
wait.
the fact that
no.
she won't even look at me?
We're having a conversation right
Google
now.
now.
How the fuck does she not? You
Wait,
Google
for
him.
someone
What?
who's chronically online, I
Yeah.
am confused that you don't know who Matt is.
So I'm not really. So I'm
Well,
one of
okay,
those-
wait. You got to Google this first. You got to see if you've
so
seen
let me
him.
just explain
Yeah.
myself really quick. So I'm one of those Instagram people that I don't have any apps if I'm not monetizing it, and I only have one app, which is
that
Instagram.
is the hottest sentence I've ever heard anyone
Yeah,
say.
that's-
Oh my God.
that's a bar right
I
there.
just got wet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like,
I
fuck.
upload a photo and then I'm off of it. I am not someone that follows people I don't know. I'm not like inspo, girl crush. Like, I'm not doing any of that sort of stuff. Like,
Okay.
my life is not Instagram. My
Okay.
career is.
Yeah.
I upload and then I'm off. People are like,
Wow.
oh, do you know who? I didn't know who Alex Earl was until very recently. There's so many people that I just don't know about. And maybe
you
I
know
do
what that's called? Healthy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't be able
Yeah.
to relate to that now, would we, Mark?
Nope. Yeah. I'm like, wait, do you know Matt Rife before he got canceled or after he got canceled?
He's not canceled.
No, I know.
I know. I'm
he
so
has the
sick
good
of
lips.
the internet.
He's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
good lips.
I've known him for like 7 years now. He's lovely and
I don't know
he's
if I know
hilarious
him.
and he deserves it all.
Well, and I also feel like when it comes to comedy, it's like the whole point of comedy is that you're supposed to go, there's the line, right? You go as close to the line as humanly possible. Sometimes you're going to go over the line, but that's the whole point of comedy is like if you're afraid to go over the line, then you're not going to be a good comic.
He's so clever and he's so quick on his feet and yeah, I just think he deserves everything he's getting.
Yeah, fair. Okay, so
What
wait,
were
so
we
back to your original point.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
back to
yeah.
me. Huh?
Yeah.
Back to me.
So
Pass
crowd
it
work,
away.
yeah.
Sorry.
We're sorry.
Yeah. We're playing a game and it's called Shut Up and Listen to Me. So, okay.
We're back in.
If you go to a comedy show and a comedian picks you out, does a whole bit about you, what does that mean? Because that used to be kind of my thing. I used to go to comedy shows all the time. Every single time, there has not been one time that I have not gone and not been picked and then harassed. And I want to know what that means. Does that mean I'm easy to make fun of? Like,
It's a variety of things.
okay, I just want to know how you pick people.
It's literally if I am okay, there's a combination of ways people do crowd work. Number one, I'm suddenly out of material and I need something. Who's right in front of me?
Okay.
So the first row is the splash zone.
Like Shuka, like when you're at Six Flags or
Yes.
something. Yeah.
First 2 rows are like, if you don't want the comedians to talk to you, don't sit in the first 2 rows.
Okay.
You're basically asking for it.
Begging.
Number 2, I've got a joke specifically about married couples. Who here's married? Okay, now we're talking to you.
Got it.
Number 3, I'm telling a joke about something. You make a noise. I go, okay, what's your fucking problem? You know, there's like a lot of ways you can get into crowd work.
Yeah.
And so it depends. What are you doing at shows?
Sitting there and I'm smiling. Very golden retriever energy.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Are you sitting in are you sitting in the first like 2 to 3
Never.
rows? You're in
Never.
the back. You're like, I'm in the back.
I'm always in the back and they find me regardless. Generally far right. And I think it's because I'm there and I'm so happy and I'm like, you know.
far right.
Yeah.
The jokes that could have been made with that too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just the Trump supporters. That's so funny. Are you sure they're not like, are there any hot blondes here? And you're like, oh.
Who?
Is there cleavage? Wait, is there cleavage showing at the moment or no?
So old me always had cleavage
Okay,
out.
yeah.
Belly or cleavage.
And was it usually men on stage?
Normally, and then like a couple of girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would say 20 out of 20 have done it.
Wow.
So maybe it's the tits.
I think it is you. I think it's you. Yeah. I'm like, no, it's definitely not you. And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
it's gotta be you then.
Okay, cool.
There's something about you.
Stop it.
I'll figure it out when we go to a show.
That
Yeah, I was
question,
gonna say, I
that
feel like-
question was so obnoxious. Now that I like look back on it, I'm like, so why do I keep getting picked?
Yeah.
Like, so they always pick me.
I'm like, come to my show. And then I specifically don't do crowd. I do crowd work on every other person. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, so everyone here's been talked to. Has anyone been left out? And that's my show. Thank you so much. You've been, wait a second. Yeah.
But my tits.
Oh my God.
There's tits under
I'm
here.
like, have you guys looked at my tits?
Look at them.
I actually did flash the audience at a recent show.
Wow, how'd that come?
Lucky.
Well, what was the context? You just-
I think it was like my mental illness just on full display. The host was getting off the stage. He's so funny, dear friend. And he's like, show us your tits, like as a joke. And then I just showed everyone my tits. I don't know.
So
I just.
unexpected. I love that.
Yeah. And then people lost their goddamn minds. I was like, can we focus back on my jokes? Or are my boobs just so exquisite that we had to stop the show? What's happening here?
People are rioting.
Yeah. Rioting in the streets. A
You
woman
were-
showed her tits. It's despicable. She should never do that on stage.
I was
We
doing
don't
like
want
a
to see them.
celebratory riot is what
Yeah,
I meant. Like,
yeah.
like a celebration.
No, apparently there were people who rushed in because they heard about it and were so upset that it was over. It was the whole thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was a peep show.
Yeah, it was so fast. It was just a blip in time.
boop.
yeah, you know, that's just tough problems to have.
I
you
know. I'm just I really wish I had a little more class, but I think those days are behind me.
I feel like life is too short.
Thank you.
think life
I
is
also
too
agree.
short. Yeah,
There are some days where I'm like, oof, life is long, but those days are like few and far between.
very true.
Do you have days
when
then?
my crypto crashes?
Yeah, those tough days.
Yeah,
Tough days.
Tough days.
Do you feel like because I always wonder with comedians, it's like there's always, I feel like anytime you have a job where there's some sort of like talent you have, whether it's singing, comedy, whatever it is, I feel like everyone always wants to put you on we want to put you on stage. So wherever we're at, dinner, we expect you to be funny. A singer, we expect you to just sing all the time. But I would assume that you have plenty of days where you're like, hey, I'm not really trying to be ultra funny. Maybe I'm trying to have a serious conversation about something and
Yeah.
somebody's waiting for you to kind of have like the punchline of things. Does that get exhausting?
I was at my friend's 30th birthday. We were in the UK. It was this beautiful 30th celebration. It was a seated dinner. There was, I think, 3 or 4 full big tables of people. So it was like 40 to 50 people. And her dad came over and we were chit-chatting, and he knows a lot of comedians. He's very wealthy and well-known. He's an awesome dude, super cool. So you're going to do a set, right? And I'm like, no. He's like, you're not going to do a set? I'm like, no.
It's always the dad.
And I'm just like, but I got to be honest, it's always men.
Yeah.
Period. Then, and it was just so rude and uncomfortable for me because I'm like, I'm not asking you, I'm not going to say what he does, but I'm not asking you to do your job in front of everyone
For free.
for free. Yeah. And I'm also like, this is just not the time or the like, it's your daughter's birthday. Like, I should not be the star of the night because after this, it will be my birthday. That's all I want
Yeah.
to say. Like, after this, no one will remember it's her birthday.
No one remember her.
Yes. I'm suddenly fucking Madonna, bitch. And
Yeah.
like,
You're the sun and the stars.
you ruined her birthday, honestly. Then I was on this private jet once, not mine, obviously. It was me, my friend, the guy whose jet it was, and this girl he was kind of seeing. So already awkward situation. They're like on a date and like me and my friend are on the jet. We're going to Vegas. And he's like, oh, you're a comedian. Tell me a joke.
Oh, God.
Let's see if you're funny. I'm funny. And I was just like, you're not fucking
I'm funny. He said that.
Most men think they're funny.
That is true.
Sorry, Mark. But
the energy
it's true.
Is very like dance monkey dance.
Dance monkey dance. And I was like, sorry, I'm not at work right now. You know. And he's like, you're on my jet. And I'm like, ugh. Like it just got worse from there. It was so icky. I once dated this guy, CEO, lives in Austin. He flew me out on Miles on Southwest. That was my first red flag.
I love Southwest.
So,
anyway, I'll see myself out.
Yeah, please. I'm like, bitch, that's an inexpensive flight. Like, just get me first class. It's like $400. You know what I mean? Whatever. Anyway, so I get to Austin, and the first thing that he does, this is our second time meeting. The first time we met at a dinner, and the second time he's flying me out to Austin, and I'm staying at his house in a separate bedroom. He picks me up and he's like, I have all of my friends coming over for dinner to meet you.
Ew.
Ew. Ew. Ew. Ew.
Scary.
Here I am thinking I'm like spending time with this guy, getting to know him. And he's instead inviting everyone he knows over to decide if they like me.
This
like
feels
an
very
interview.
Rich person killing off the person. You know those games, the movies that they make where it's like the rich people having a dinner.
Was I going to get killed off?
You're going to get killed off. You're the guest.
Sure. Yeah.
Wait, here's the funny part. I planned multiple shows that night. And he was furious. He's like, you have shows tonight? And I was like, oh, you thought I just came here to see you?
Power
You
move.
flew me here on Miles. If you had bought me a ticket like an adult, I already know the people listening to this podcast are like, she's oh my God, she's disgusting. What's wrong with Miles? She's so ungrateful. I'm a comedian. If I'm going to a different city, I'm going to do shows. That's it. End of story. Okay. So, and because that's how I get paid, right? Like not doing it on your private jet for you for free. That's not how I get paid. And certainly not how I'm making fans. Let's be honest. So we're at the table. I'm crushing this dinner. And I feel his rage because he wants to be the funny one. And I'm like, you're a CEO, just be a CEO. Just be the boss. Just be the boss.
Just be rich.
Just be rich. You're great at that. Like, you're funny, but you're not me.
You could never be me.
I'm so sorry, honey. Like, it's fine. Just, you don't need to also be funny. Like, you don't have this in your arsenal. Don't force it, you know? And I could feel how uncomfortable he was with me just like murdering this dinner. And then I was like, all right, I'm out. I got a show. And the weekend was weird and we never spoke again.
I don't blame you.
And then cut to South by Southwest like 2 years ago. I ran into him and he's like, you know what your problem is?
I'm going to tell you.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, okay. Here it comes. Like, tell me. He's like, you need to date a guy who's just so supportive. And I was like, yeah. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
And like I said, my husband is also so funny. But because he's not an egotistical, maniacal asshole, he's okay with also letting me be funny and letting it be my job and not having his feelings hurt by it. I think he makes me better. Like, I think he makes me funnier. And the fact that he's so supportive is amazing. Sometimes, so he works in cybersecurity. Boring. But
so does my dad.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Baby buddies.
That I'm dating your dad and we never talked about this.
Yeah. Are you my stepmom?
I know.
Right
Yeah.
there.
Come over here, guys, and look for you. So, just hop on.
Mommy milkers.
Yeah. Okay. So
He's so red. He's like, oh, his foot is so flat.
My mom's going to text me and be like, who the fuck did you have on the podcast?
should I get you white for your forehead or okay?
Yeah.
So okay.
We should actually get sponsored by those wipes.
You literally need to.
They're on Amazon.
Start bringing them out and really
Yeah,
showing them off for the camera.
They really they
Start,
do
you
wonders.
really do need to swab, but yeah, a little shiny. But
All right, so cybersecurity.
okay, so my husband works in cybersecurity. His Zooms are so boring. I like pass away after 2 minutes. I'm like, what? He was laughing on a Zoom. I'm like, what'd they say? What was so funny? What joke they tell? Like what's like Karen from accounting? What joke she got up her arsenal? You know, it's like, oh, there's a wrinkle in your shirt. I'm like, let me fucking get on this Zoom
and show them what's
show
funny.
them. Let me show them a good time. No, he's just a regular person with a normal life, and he's exquisite.
Oh, we love that.
Chef's kiss.
My boyfriend, normal job, works for DocuSign, normal human being,
Hot.
funniest person I know.
Yes.
And lets me be funny. The guys I dated before him would do the thing where you'd make a joke or just be yourself, and they would hold the laugh in. So everyone would be laughing, and then you'd kind of look over at them, and they'd be like, this like swallowing it, because they don't want you to think that they think you're funny. That was a hard sentence, but I did it.
What did I say to you in the chat? When you were like, oh, this is my podcast co-host. I said, I love hot women.
You did say that.
Thank you.
Because I only listen to hot women now. Because,
like their opinions?
Yes, on everything. Because I think hot women have it so hard because no one wants to give you the dignity of also being funny or also being smart.
Wow, thank you.
And yeah, and so anytime a hot woman tells me something, I'm like, oh, you're probably 100% right. And I should follow your advice on pretty much anything. Like when
struggled so hard to be here.
Yes, that is 100% true. And I'm a brunette, so no one really listens to me anyway. But
some of the hottest women are brunettes.
Thank you.
Sofia Vergara. I could go on and go on and go
just
on.
one, but
Penelope Cruz. Oh, I could list them. All my girl crushes are brunette.
Eva Longoria was my first woman crush.
You guys have just
Salma Hayek.
You guys
Salma Hayek.
Eva Mendes. Like,
literally
I will keep
5
on
Latin
going.
women.
That is my type. Catherine Zeta-Jones. Boom.
Yep.
I could just keep going and going
Angelina
and going.
Jolie.
You know what
Woo,
I don't
finally,
like?
yeah.
Going back to the whole like, being hot and like, listen to them and sort of
Yeah.
thing. So the thing that I don't like is that I hear from women, they will say, they're supposed to be my like allies. They'll say things like, I didn't want to like you. Why?
I get that all the time.
What is that? Because you're funny and pretty? That's too much. Like, you can't be nice too.
I was told that I had to smile more when I walked into places because people think I was a bitch the second they met me. And then actually recently that same person once said, you know what? Actually, I think you're too nice, and that rubs people the wrong way.
You can't win. I get that all the time.
Can't
it comes
fucking
off
win.
fake and inauthentic.
You're literally not. The movie Barbie, I don't know about you, but I cried pretty much the whole time through.
Sobbed.
Not because I relate to Margot Robbie at all. And honestly, I just want to say any man who has ever publicly tweeted that they thought Margot Robbie is mid should A, go to jail, and B, not be allowed to vote, because not only do you not have good taste, but clearly you're dysfunctional.
I was thinking
Your
more like
brain is broken.
execution, just like eliminate them, like more drastic.
There are
Eliminate.
guys who there are guys who have that take.
There are so
Where have
many
you
men
been?
that have claimed that Margot Robbie isn't that attractive.
Oh, that's
This
crazy.
is like when she didn't know who Matt Rife was. Like the fact that this was like
Yeah.
a whole trend.
Oh, I didn't know.
Literally,
like a
men were
thing.
we're like, Margot Robbie's mid. I'm like, your penis is so small, it's unbelievable.
That's just. Oh, and at the end of the day, too, it's like
Mark went to go grab his penis.
He's like, no, it's not.
listen,
No,
it's
it's
average.
not. Sorry, Mom.
They only need 4.5 to be happy, okay? Anything more hurts them, and that's what they told me.
4.5 is average.
She didn't orgasm because women don't tend to orgasm for penetration.
We need to get him a forehead strip.
We
Yeah.
have to. So
bad.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
The humidity levels in this room are just.
I've never seen a redder face. Go on. Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough.
This is what bullying looks like.
Yeah,
live.
I'm in the hot
Right.
seat right now.
Yeah.
It's
My
like-
husband is 6'2". I said just in the pants, so you're good.
Yeah.
You're
Fair.
safe.
Yeah. No, but I feel like anybody who says Margot Robbie is mid, like you either got to be it's like the times when you go on the internet and you see stuff like that, you see takes like that, and then you go to the guy's page and he's like,
Your exasperation was hot.
yeah. You just look at the dude and you're like, come on, bro.
It's a kid
Like,
cough.
Sorry, I'm listening to you, but
No,
the
but
hot
yeah,
woman is speaking, so I got confused.
I was making fun of you, so everyone listen to me.
but listen, you know those dudes? It's like you go to the dude's page and it's like it's not even a dude who's like remotely by society standards like even remotely attractive, and you're just like, why are you saying that Margot Robbie's mid?
Yeah,
It makes
Because
no
that's
sense.
our world.
You're like, why don't you try going to the gym one time and then try making this comment again?
Yeah, like
That
have you
is our
showered?
world.
Like do you shower on a regular basis?
What would
Like
maybe if you tried cutting your toenails, sir.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Shire is that way.
It's always those dudes on the internet though that just say the wildest shit sometimes, and you're just like, bro, what?
I know.
Like some of the guys who comment on
The
your shit
audacity.
sometimes, I just want to be like, bro, what the fuck went through your brain today where you decided that you should comment on her post and say what you just said?
Triggered.
I have a lot of guys that will tell me, I can tell you've gained 4 pounds.
That's such a specific
It's a
number.
very specific number, and they're almost always right. Which
Well,
is
it's 'cause they're outside your window
I was
and
going
they
to say
saw,
because they're
yeah.
following me, and it's always like 7 pounds, 4 pounds, and I'm like, that is quite literally to a T the amount of weight I have gained. What the fuck? But like, thanks for telling me. They just like need to let me know their opinions.
I just realized I was less hot because no man has followed me outside my window. No one's guessing my weight. It's really upsetting.
You haven't had any stalkers?
No, just the ones who are like, I want to kill you. Like just the normal ones.
Oh, the mad ones.
Yeah. Yeah. I think comedy brings that out in them.
Yeah.
Men don't, I mean, I don't want to generalize, but I'm going to. A lot of men do not like women that are funny.
What?
I know.
No.
That's
not true.
This girl has hot takes.
Stop. Oh my God. Wait, sorry. I heard hot and then I couldn't hear the rest of it. But
it's true though. A lot of guys don't like it.
Yeah. I don't see myself at all. When I said I'm a retired hot girl, I think like when I was like 25, I was like, I'm this shit.
You're still hot. You look like Brittany Murphy combined with Andy Dorfman.
Is that a man?
No, I wouldn't say that to you.
Wait, Andy, you don't...
I wouldn't do that on, no.
I was like, no, but I am a handsome woman, so I understand.
So people used to tell me I look like Michael Cera.
Wait, who's Andy Dorfman?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't feel like you know who Andy Dorfman is. I didn't want to assume
beautiful,
that.
I think
Andi or
yes,
Andy?
Yeah.
She's stunning.
Andi.
Andy Dorfman Hart.
Let's see.
Look at her. She's beautiful.
Oh,
I know she is. Yeah.
Yeah. I know who she is. We share an ex, so I've obviously Googled her a lot, and so I know what she looks like. And you look like her, and it's a compliment.
That was a casual
I'll take
flex.
it.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't supposed to be. I was not bragging about this commonality.
Yeah. So my ex and I share with Tom Brady. You know.
Yeah, me and everybody else.
You're
probably.
like, no, the guy that gave both of us HPV is not a winner, but
believe it or not,
I'll take that. Thank you. I mean, she's like married with kids, so
she's gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm in for it.
So.
I'm in for the ride.
Yep.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think like hot women do have a really hard time. I think like,
and I smell good too.
Yeah, it's so weird. I even showered once.
I smell bad.
I can't wait to post that clip on TikTok because that's gonna piss off so many people and it's gonna be incredible.
Which one? I'm scared.
The clip of hot girls have it so hard. Like that clip's gonna go.
Oh, it's gonna. There are gonna be riots, but not the like supportive kind.
Yeah,
No.
so many people are gonna be like, I noticed you gained 3 pounds. I'm like, I fucking made it. Men think I'm hot.
Yeah. That
There
is
we
so
go.
true. When
can't
people
wait.
start bullying you.
Yeah.
No, but it is. There's a lot of dudes because again we talk about like women insecurities and it's a common thing society talks about on a
No,
regular
women
basis.
having insecurities is a lie. That's,
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Me?
Yeah.
Who, me?
Literally just called myself not attractive, but keep going. And then I was like, I'm a handsome man. I literally have my dad's face. Copy paste. Go on.
I'm wearing high socks because I have cankles. So,
but dudes having insecurities and talking about insecurities is something that just never happens. So when you have a really, really strong, like mentally strong woman and everything who's very confident in herself, and guys shit their pants. They don't know what to do.
They've also
Yeah,
done that.
they absolutely don't know what to do with it. Like they're just like, wait, what? Like,
Yeah, you. Let me tell you how I know that men have insecurities.
Let's hear it.
Because anytime I post a clip about dick size, it goes viral because it's all men being like, women aren't funny. Women can only talk about sex. Women, like, she's probably a whore. Oh my God, her vagina's so loose.
It's the whore comment.
Yeah, like, this is body shaming. And I'm like, just fucking, I'm so sorry about your small penis. Because guys with big dicks are putting laugh cry emojis.
literally, they're just liking it.
Yeah, you're just upset because you have a very small penis. And honestly, that's okay. My cervix is right there. Like, I'm not saying I dislike small dick.
Yeah.
You are just inferring that it's bad, and that's not my problem.
They're making it loud and clear.
Yeah.
It was a funny week on the internet when Drake's video went viral because it was like, because
I didn't see it.
Oh my God.
I'm
Everyone
gonna
was
I'm gonna
talking
say
about
something provocative. I did not Google it, and you know why? Because I respect people's privacy.
Wow.
I like that. I don't think you should see nudes that were not sent to you.
I agree. I because I thought to myself, if this was me, because I'm so incredibly famous
and so hot and shocking.
Unbelievable.
I'm gonna be honest. I only saw it because I went.
I didn't Google it. Okay.
Even though before I was like, "Oh my God, my tits should be on the internet. They're so good," but that would be my choice. I just want to let you know if a photo is leaked, I did it.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, it was intentional.
The call's coming from inside the house. But if someone else posted a photo that because it's like you want the lighting to be right, like you want the right circumstances. All I'm saying is not cool.
Oh, I'm saying this.
horrible.
I'm 99% sure Drake leaked it himself.
Was it massive?
Yeah. I mean, it's
I mean, of course he has a horse cock. Like, what do you think?
Drake has that energy.
He lassoed the damn thing. Like he literally just. He slinging the
helicoptered
fucking
it?
thing. Oh,
Yeah.
helicoptered the
Helicoptered
fuck
it?
out of it. And I mean, the thing.
I mean, there are a lot of criminals in LA, so we need him to get to work.
Have you
Have you start looking for them?
Have you seen the Loch Ness Monster? That was it. Like that was that.
I thought it was just a myth, and yet,
and yet Drake.
It's real. But I went on Twitter one day. It was like, Drake release or whatever, and I'm like, okay, Drake's got a new album or something. You go on, it's his dick, and I was like, well, that's not what I was expecting. But
interesting.
Okay, there's that. Yeah,
but he has such big dick energy. Like,
really?
He's half black, half Jewish. Oh, he's on it.
You didn't think he did actually say once in the song,
Drake
like,
does not intrigue
he said
me.
he had a long dick in the song. So he was serious. He's an honest man.
I know this seems crazy, but all of the Jewish men I've ever dated have had the biggest dicks.
What about Lil Dicky?
He has a deformed penis, and I never dated him, so I wouldn't know.
How do you know he has a deformed penis?
Because he says
talks
it as
about
loud
it.
as possible to anyone who will listen, and his music and his TV show.
I would be
that's
more
that's
attracted.
the entire premise of the show.
Is having a
Literally,
small dick.
yeah.
I would be more attracted to Lil Dicky than I would be to Drake. I would like a guy that's like, I have a deformed okay, maybe I shouldn't say this on camera. I would just like that confidence more than a guy that's rapping about how big it is. That's really like a huge turn off to me.
That's fair.
I'm there with you.
Thank you.
I'm there with you. I feel I really don't think dick size matters.
Okay.
I don't. I've never, except I've seen a few micro penises.
Yeah.
And not to shame, because there's someone for everyone. Mm-hmm. I do think it personally might be a little difficult for me, but I still,
a little difficult. That's a knee slapper.
All right. See, we got a
Deflection.
funny guy. We got a funny guy.
Oh, Mark made a big joke.
Yeah, I'm a dad joke guy.
Yeah. Could you tell he come from a loving family? He literally slapped his knee.
I know.
Yeah,
and then also clapped.
Tell me you're from the Midwest.
Yeah.
Without telling me.
So sweet.
Yeah. Honey, we got a knee slapper.
I didn't realize.
And then this is where the knee slap came from.
And the UP.
And then the UP.
Wait, you got to turn your hand around. It's.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh my God. You make yourself so easy to spank.
I didn't know micro penises were real though until like probably 2 or 3 years ago.
No, you knew it when The Hangover came out because of the guy that jumped out of the trunk.
I didn't stare at his dick size.
How could you not have seen it? It's like a little button.
I don't know. I don't remember.
My eyes gravitated.
Yeah,
And I went to the movie with my parents.
You had to squint, but you found it.
I was like, did we all see that, Mama?
Was
Papa?
that a ball or a penis?
Yeah,
Like, what were we
is
looking
that?
at?
Is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, micro penises are wild. Like I googled it afterwards because I was like, I just got to know what this looks like, and it's truly micro.
Yeah.
Yeah, had no idea. I literally thought it was a myth.
Yeah. It's like most of my crypto.
Yeah.
I'm diamond hands for too long, baby.
Fair.
I'll let it go to 0.
Yeah, you got to do it. Got to do it. But yeah, no, never. So wait, so you would be.
So anyways.
Yeah, so about dicks.
So anyways, back to the dick thing.
Yeah, I'm like trying to pivot. And he's like, no.
Let's circle back.
Yeah. You're like, so what size exactly is acceptable? If you could show me on a ruler or like to my phone, because that is actually how I measure it.
Start.
Tell me when.
I can't lie. After the Drake video came out, I did Google what country has the longest dick size. What country do you think it was?
Oh, you told me already.
Yeah, it's not as obvious as you would think.
Alaska. That's the United States.
Country of Alaska.
I'm so smart. I'm a smart hot
Go
woman.
America.
I deserve the world. God, all the comments are just going to be like, that woman is impossible to listen to.
This is going to be a tough episode clip wise.
Oh yeah, these clips are going to jump. They're going to jump from one to
I have a little bit of anxiety. Like my skin is not thick enough.
Wait, I'm so sorry. Have all the other guests not been as abrasive as me?
Oh no, this is great.
No,
this is
I'm
great.
obsessed
I love
with
this.
it. I love this. I wish every day could be like this.
Yeah. Do you?
I'm so fired up. I could run through a fucking wall right now.
Tell me you were a cheerleader without telling me.
Yeah.
I would
Let's
never
get fired up. Okay.
I was water girl.
Hot.
I can see it.
Wow.
Thank you. I was friends with the cheerleaders, but I was never a cheerleader. I would not do that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be in a short skirt.
I once safely.
Did you just watch me fall in love?
Yeah.
Like, I was up to my brain broke. I was like, neat.
I once assumed she played volleyball, and she was like, I never played volleyball.
You thought she was a lesbian? Just kidding.
No, that's softball.
player. I think it's every sport, to be honest.
Yeah. No.
Past 20, if you're still in
alive.
sports, yeah.
Mine was more because of her height. She's tall.
I wish I was lesbian.
Yeah,
I do too.
Why is that?
It's easier.
Just men are horrible.
I don't want to spend I wish I didn't have to spend time with them.
Yeah.
Like
No, I get it.
them.
I get it.
I do. Actually, I take it back. I do like my guy friends. I like having that balance in my life.
I just want double the clothing.
I think there's a spider.
Oh, okay.
Anna, I think there's a spider on that wall next to you right there. Is that a spider?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you want to kill that?
He just a baby.
Oh wait, we had this conversation once. I don't.
Did you just say, excuse me, hot female? Will you kill the spider?
Well,
also I don't kill spiders.
I know we've had this conversation. I might have to kill it though. I don't really fuck with spiders.
Are you a pacifist? There's a peace sign right there. Yeah.
No, I'm one of those people.
Okay, if you put him on the piece of paper, I'll take it outside.
I'll take it outside.
Okay.
I don't trust you. You're gonna stomp on it out there.
No, I think if he's gonna kill it, he would have come and done it himself, like a man. But
he's gonna go like that.
Mark and his micro penis hanging out.
He's gonna do it with his.
He's gonna be like, "Ow, the spider!"
I just don't like killing things because it's in our space.
That's fair.
I don't think it's necessary. Oh, you're scared of that?
Kinda. Okay.
Can you imagine? I wish the camera was on it.
It is a tiny one.
It's a micro spider.
It is a very
spider.
It is a very tiny spider. I will give him that.
Yeah, but it's not about the size of the spider.
It's about the poison.
And it could kill us.
Do you think he's listening to the conversation right now? Because he just stopped moving.
Well, it's very interesting conversation. So obviously,
yeah.
He's on my side.
He could be dead if you think.
No. I saw him move. He
might have killed himself. Is he Epstein? Yeah. Reincarnated?
No.
Yeah.
Are you gonna save him? Look at this. Humanity.
Oh wow! Now he's on the move. Yeah. Wow, he's like
I'll
my
get him
ex.
when we wrap up.
Okay, fair.
He's on the move like that.
Yeah. Just on to the next one.
Anyways,
spiders. So anywho, spiders, right?
They're just like us.
Yeah,
Mark. What did you want to talk about?
So when are you dropping a Netflix special? When's this gonna happen?
When you dropping an album about your little dick?
You should have a Netflix special
or a YouTube one. Yeah.
Let's manifest that. So this is the craziest thing. Because you've been talking to me for like an hour, so you might not realize this about me because I seem, I was going to say normal, but that's not the right word to use.
Nope.
I seem like I'm functioning. I have severe inner ear dysfunction.
Oh.
So I have like really bad vertigo all the time.
Okay.
Like even right now I'm spinning.
And
like,
you've been able to be this normal.
This is not me being funny or talkative. Like just wait till I can hear out of my right ear again and I'm going to like pop the fuck off.
I don't need more from you.
If you could do less,
no,
like maybe we should take the hearing away from your left ear too.
Like that really shows your talent because like I don't need more. Like I wasn't like impress me, entertain me.
You like did so much. Yeah. No, it's crazy because sometimes it's so bad. I've had 6 concussions.
Oh
so
shit.
I know I'm like basically an NFL player.
Why are you doing that?
I don't abuse women. Just emotionally, not physically. But a bunch of them were car accidents. And then the last one was in an escape room. So just
how the hell do you get a concussion in the escape room?
You're doing a little too much.
A little too much. I was running out of a refrigerator to go to the other room because my husband was like could not figure out a puzzle. I'm like this fucking idiot, you know. So I'm running out of a refrigerator, but the freezer door was open and I didn't see it. So I run at full speed and stand up and I hit the soft part of my head into the freezer door, fall to the floor. My husband is pressed up against the wall with these goggles being like, I think the answer is, and I'm just like, writhing in pain on the floor. And I'm thinking about the 17-year-old who's like watching this in grayscale, just in black and white CCTV footage, like dying of laughter, being like, look at these fucking idiots.
Babe.
Did you get the footage?
No, but I did solve the puzzle myself.
Oh, there we go.
I was like,
with a concussion.
Yeah. And we would have gotten out in record time if I hadn't fallen to the floor. Anyway, so now I've had like speech issues where I forget words, like almost like English as a second language where you don't know the word yet. So you use a bunch of smaller words to get to the word you mean. Or I'll mix up letters and words or say I'll stutter. I'm like Joe Biden, I swear. I just could be the next president, so don't feel sorry for me. But days that it's really bad and I still have to perform, like I have a whole bunch of concussion jokes that I'll start out of my set with just to address it up top, where if I start fucking Mitch McConnelling out, I'm just glitching into the Matrix. People understand what's happening. It's not great, but it kind of just is what it is. Yeah. So anyway, cut to yesterday. I went to a Vertigo Institute. I've been seeing this neuroscientist in Australia who I've been WhatsApping, FaceTiming with, and doing brain tests. And I just went to this Vertigo Institute, and they did 4 hours of testing on me. I felt like I was in a medieval future where I was like I was put into devices. I'll show you guys photos after this because I was like, I honestly was laughing through a lot of it, and they're like, you kind of have to stop laughing, otherwise the results are going to be. And I'm like, I said to this one guy, I was like, but can we just agree that this is a little ridiculous? Like, if you zoom out and you were an alien looking at Earth and you were like, The only way to figure out what's wrong with your ear is for there to be a laser pointer on your head, for you to close your eyes, turn your head, come back, and for there to be a target on the wall that you have to put the laser pointer with, when there are people that are like solving cancer. And I'm like, oh, I can't even think. You know what I mean? It's just so ridiculous. And so I did 4 hours of testing yesterday, and they're like, oh, you have severe dysfunction in your ear. So that's causing all of the imbalance in the word, because every time you move, like even just now as I'm nodding, I'm like spinning. Your brain is trying to find equilibrium and balance and can't, like my brain can't get its footing. So it's like my brain is stumbling every time.
How's driving?
You know, I haven't hit anyone yet.
That's good.
Yeah, just a couple, but they're fine.
Can you fix?
I always do this thing where I'm like 5 points if you hit that person.
Yeah,
and some people don't laugh when you say that.
They just kill them.
Yeah.
I mean,
so weird.
yeah, it's so weird. It's so odd. But yeah, so I've had this crazy dysfunction, and so on tomorrow I have a full results call and a treatment plan that will come up, and I'm so excited because I want to fulfill my special. But I'm like, I'm not going on stage feeling like this and doing like, I want to be at 100%. Of course, like nothing's ever perfect and you need to do it before you're ready and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I don't want to, there have been some days where it's so bad where I wake up dizzy every morning, and not just like normal dizzy. Like I have to brace myself, and then it'll slow down. And then, you know, I'm like, okay, well, you got 7 hours until a show, so you'll be fine by then. And by fine, I mean like the dizziness is slowed down enough where I can go on stage, but I can't hear people laughing. So I'm always thinking I'm bombing, and I have to listen to my set back. It's a weird phenomenon.
How's that for your mental health?
Not great.
Yeah, I was gonna say that wouldn't be good.
But it's interesting because they put me on antidepressants a while ago, and when you brought up SSRIs, I was like, LOL. I was on them for like 2 years, and I weaned myself off because, of course, psychiatrists would never wean me off of them. That's a story for a different day. They want to just keep you on them forever. Every time we talk, I'd be like, I don't feel like I'm depressed. And she's like, that's because you're on the meds. And I was like, but I never felt like I was depressed to begin with. And we just kind of like went this route because of the concussions. And I'm like, I really don't think it's like me being sad. I think I'm just sad about the circumstance. Yes. I don't think this is like chemical. It's not a chemical imbalance. And when I got off them, I lost so much weight. I was packing it on. Like I could not do anything. I was numb. I was so numb. Really? And then I weaned myself off Zoloft. I think it took me like 7 months. Mm-hmm. And then I was also on Wellbutrin. Oh, and so 2, not to brag. And then I weaned myself off that. Took me like 5-6 months. And I haven't been on them for like 6 months. I did them. I did one after the other.
Wow.
And so, that was also hard because 2 to 3 months after being off them, you're just brain dead.
Really?
Oh, you've got nothing going on upstairs. SSRIs are really intense.
Yeah. Really,
really, really intense. So when you come off of them, even if you wean off them really slowly, you don't realize how much you're impacting your brain by taking meds. And to be clear, when I was on them, I was grateful to be on them because I thought at the time that maybe I did have a chemical imbalance and I really did need them, and whatever. Who knows what would have happened if I wasn't on them? I don't know. But definitely like a misdiagnosis, because even now, even though I have these horrible health symptoms, I'm not sad. I'm actually in quite good spirits about it.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Well, I just don't have a choice.
Well, I think that's what's so sad about, and we'll talk about that another time. I would love to have you on for about that.
Yeah.
With SSRIs, they get such a bad rap because of the misdiagnosis.
Yeah.
Because very often it's like women come into a clinic and they're feeling, sad or down. They're not getting their thyroid checked. They're not getting their insulin, levels checked. Like, God forbid a woman just have imbalances that are just not in her brain. Mm-hmm. It's not her just having a fit or being over emotional. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of people just put the Band-Aid on of SSRIs when it's sad because a lot of people are literally, their lives are saved because of going on this medication.
Yeah.
But the abuse of them and the overprescription of them is what's causing the stigma.
Yeah. It's interesting because once I got numb, they became a crutch. Mm-hmm. So then I wasn't feeling anything. So then when I got off them, I had to get used to just regular emotions again. Mm-hmm. And being stressed doesn't make you depressed, but it can cause anxiety, which I wasn't feeling at all when I was on these meds. So I had like a full-on anxiety attack in January that lasted, I would say, like 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. Went to the ER. I was like, I'm having a heart attack. And they were like, you are just having a panic attack and you have GERD. They're like, wait,
what's that?
Acid reflux.
Oh, okay.
Acid
reflux. To shit.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
like, do you eat a lot of spicy foods? Because you need to stop. I was like, so should I cancel this order from Buffalo Wild Wings? Or the doctor was like,
no to the pad thai.
I was like, they're gonna be mild. I mean, and the doctor was like, you need to get the fuck out. He's
Drink
like, people
broth.
are literally dying in here, and I was like, okay. I'm like, but am I funny? And like, how am I doing?
Laugh at me.
Yeah, laugh at my jokes. It's like, how much attention can I get? I don't know. Let me just go to the ER first and figure it out. And then I went to the mall. I went to Steve Madden to get some shoes. They were treating me like I was a boomer in there. They were like cleaning up my dust as I was. They're like, "Are you lost?" You know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, guys, I think there's like there's a millennial in here. Ooh, it's so weird. And then I started having a panic attack in Steve Madden. So I went to I was in the Sherman Oaks Galleria parking lot.
That is
I'm not
so
trying
embarrassing.
I don't want to die in the valley.
To get a panic attack there.
I know. I did not want to die in the valley, especially with a Steve Madden bag in my car. Shout out to Steve Madden. I love you. I have so many of your shoes, but you know what? You know what it is. I laid down in my back seat having this like full on panic attack doing breathing exercises. I was like, should I call an ambulance to my car in the Sherman Oaks Galleria parking lot? Like, it was real bad. And then I realized, I was like, oh, this is just me now getting to experience the full range of human emotions without something regulating my brain for me. And then once I broke through that, now I feel I can handle anything.
Beautiful.
So even this dysfunction that I'm having that is quite severe, I'm just like, oh, it's fine. You know what I mean? It's like,
life. This
is life. What am I going to do? Stress about it and make everything worse? Or am I just gonna keep it moving?
Which is a sign that you don't have an imbalance, because if you had an imbalance, you wouldn't be able to control it. And that's such a blessing, you know, being able to be like, look, that's life. It's going to be worse if I panic about it. When you actually have a panic disorder, you don't get that option.
I have a physical imbalance, but not a mental one.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Oh, because also everyone thinks I'm okay when they talk to me. They're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, no, but I'm like so funny. You don't even know. And they're like, you're fine. And I'm like, no, I'm not even at like, I'm even me right now. I'm like, I feel like I'm at the tip of the iceberg, you know, but 3 years ago, it felt like I was a completely different person.
Yeah.
So it's just the compounding of concussions really got to my brain. The doctor, you guys are like, we don't care about this, but I was taking some of these tests for the neuroscientist. These tests are ridiculous, right? It's like color, shapes, like pressing the space bar every time you see a certain thing, like remembering words from the beginning to the end of the test, like all these things that are whatever. Okay. There was one test that was very different than the others, where it would just show you photos of different emotions and you had to label them. And I got every single one of them wrong.
Like happy.
And he's like, you don't know the difference between...
I don't know how to human being.
He's like, you can't tell the difference between happy and sad. I'm like, I can, but these photos are so objective. I'm like, okay, that person looks like they're screaming. I'm like, that person is happy because they're coming. Like, I don't know what you want me to think, but that person is orgasming. And he's like, Leah, this is
this is medical.
He's like, you literally failed the test because I'm like, yeah, but that person looked calm to me. And he was like, that person was sobbing. And I'm like, well, when I'm crying, it's because it's a release of joy. Like, I don't.
Yeah, everyone's different.
He's like, no, you have amygdala damage. This is serious. And I'm like, is it? Or is this
hilarious? It making me funnier? It's just going to make you funnier. It'll find a way. So. It'll find a way.
I know. So anyway, the moral of the story is like nothing is good, which is why I'm waiting on doing a taping. But then once we figure out, like, once I can hear again in my right ear, it's all over for you hoes.
Yeah, I feel you. That's how I feel about my cankles. Once I have
I'm literally
ankles,
looking at your ankles.
Ooh, I could whip them out. I'll show you later. None of these people get to
those
see.
little bad boys. Yeah, you got to put that on.
I'll let you squeeze them if you want.
Stop it.
I'd let you squeeze.
What do you define as a cankle?
You will also define them as cankles when you see them. Not to make this about
I'll
me.
literally be the judge of this. I can't wait.
It's going to be mortifying for me to see your face register that they are in fact cankles.
Okay.
You're going to be like, oh.
Does your boyfriend say anything about them?
He says that he thinks they're sweet. And he
adorable.
squeezes them. It's supportive because they are. It's like been a medical problem that I've been like on the road to trying to figure out for 2 years. So I just got my insulin checked and I'm like low key insulin resistant.
We're going to have a talk about this after because this is so common.
Okay.
Wait, we're just going to talk about it right now because
Yeah.
this is also something that the neuroscientist and I weren't talking about. Because,
give this to me.
Question. He said basically everyone in America is pre-diabetic because of the food that we've been given to eat. Even if you eat healthy now, it's like your whole life you're probably eating stuff that just had tons of sugar in it.
Yeah.
So everyone becomes like slightly insulin resistant. I was having really bad crashes. Like I would get super exhausted and I thought it was all part of my brain. And he was like, no, it's your gut. Your biome is off.
Super off.
So he made me get something called Akkermansia,
Okay.
which is a probiotic that is basically replenishing insulin. And it helps with insulin resistance and intolerance.
Okay.
I'm supposed to get my insulin checked too. But this probiotic, ever since I've been taking it, I have not had one crash. I do not get exhausted. And I'm like, okay, cool. So it's not part of my brain chemistry that from the concussions.
There's a connection though. The brain to gut
100%.
is very connected.
It's almost to a point where I have too much energy.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
And
I'm exhausted constantly. I'm insomniac.
I'm an insomniac
ankles.
too, but okay.
Can't lose weight to save my life.
Did you get your thyroid checked?
Yeah.
And what'd they say?
Totally normal.
That's so annoying.
Totally normal.
I want to blame it on something so bad.
I do too. Yeah. They just said insulin resistance and extremely anemic.
Oh, that's interesting. Are you vegetarian?
No. No.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
God.
Yikes.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. No shame.
No shame. No shame. Do you eat meat though?
Yes. Love red meat.
Interesting. Okay, so your body's just not digesting it.
It doesn't
And-
absorb it. My ferritin is off. Apparently I just don't absorb more iron.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think you should try this Akkermansia.
Please send it to me.
I will.
when we're
It's
done.
so cheap too.
Okay.
It literally changed my life the second I started taking it. I was like, excuse?
I'm learning a lot over
No,
here.
I love that.
It changed everything for me.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And now I'm just I listen to everything he says. And he's $300 an hour. So that's,
I
you're
just
welcome.
got free
You got
advice.
free advice.
I will Venmo you.
You're oh my God, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm learning. I'm just sitting back. Like,
The
I'm
way
like,
that women
yeah,
talk is
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
fast.
Mhm.
It's so efficient.
You know? But
Yeah.
We
I
get
like
shit
it.
done.
Yeah, I'm
Women
learning.
should rule the world.
You
They
just
really
did more
should.
for me than my doctors have in 2 years. So thank you.
I'm telling you. I know.
And I'm excited for us to wrap so you can squish my ankles.
I can't wait.
The fact that the point though you just made, the fact that women should rule the world, I actually honestly believe that. Like, women are so much more calm than men, and like we need that.
There would be no physical warfare, just emotional warfare.
Just a lot of passive aggressiveness.
People would be killing themselves left.
That's so true. Mental health would
Delegates in
be
the UN would be
horrible.
like, that was so mean to me. You know? Yeah. People wouldn't be killing each other, just be killing themselves.
Yeah. Mark, I appreciate you saying that though.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it. It's like the fact that we haven't had a woman president yet in the United States is crazy to me. Crazy to me.
Yeah.
You remind me of the videos right now of the guys that are like, they're like, I'm 6'5", and I'm also really upset that women have period cramps.
Listen.
That's you.
Listen. No, because the thing
You're
is,
emotionally 6'5" to me.
listen.
You are energetically 6'5".
You have the energy of. Yeah.
Listen, the reality of it is I'm not going to clip what I just said, because if I was doing that, then every person would be, and then posting it myself, be like, look at me, look at my progressive thoughts. That would be for the wrong reasons, right? So I could just if somebody's watching this, they saw that clip, you know, they don't
If
need
they
to,
made it this far.
yeah,
and
then they
got
get
to
that. But I actually do strongly believe that. Like I mean, especially when look at the two presidential
The only
candidates.
person that's
Especially-
heard this so far is my husband. He agrees with you.
So
So
my mom's like, mm-hmm.
Listen, anybody who disagrees with that, it's like, dude, we have two candidates coming up this year. We got Donald Trump and we got Joe Biden.
octogenarians.
If you don't think we can find a woman to run the country who would do 10x a better job than both of those two fuckwits, like, I don't know what I need to tell it. I mean, come on, what are we doing?
What do you guys think about RFK?
I love his wife.
Oh, Cheryl's such a queen. See, we hot women support each other.
I love her.
I freaking love
I
Cheryl.
love
I think
her.
she's so funny and so
She's-
smart and
she's
cool.
just classy,
beautiful,
elegant.
Yes. Ugh,
I love
queen.
her.
I haven't allowed myself to really dive into his politics because I'm going to be honest. I'm like, he has a zero shot of winning. So I'm like, there's no sense in me even wasting my time. But so it's like, and I hate to be that blunt with it, but like the reality of it is an independent's not winning in America. So I'm like, fuck.
Not with that attitude.
I was
Well,
about to
yeah.
say, no, it did.
Well, it's just not possible. It's like,
haven't
He's a
been
man,
married
so he
to
has more of a
Cheryl.
chance than a woman. Yeah.
yeah, it's tough. It's tough. The U.S. Political system is broken. We should.
I think if Larry David did get involved, it would change the race.
Done.
Larry David, where did that come out? Has he talked about it?
Cheryl
Hines is
Curb Your
RFK's wife.
Enthusiasm.
Wait.
Okay, yeah, we said I guess some words that were confusing there. So the show, one of the most famous
Sorry,
shows of all
women were
time.
speaking and
Yeah.
I know. Words, opinions. So Curb Your Enthusiasm, very popular show.
Yeah.
Star of
Larry
it, Larry
yeah,
David.
yeah.
His wife in the show, Cheryl, married to
RFK.
Oh, okay. That I didn't know. I didn't know that.
But if we could get Larry involved,
Yeah, we feel
our
like it might
chances
change.
would
Okay. Now I'm seeing where the correlation's coming in.
My favorite thing in the world was when Larry David and Bernie Sanders found out they actually were related.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
So
you can just
funny.
look at him.
Yeah.
You know?
It was great.
Just look at him.
Yeah, would you just look at it?
That's just fun. You know.
Two balding white men.
Yeah.
There's
Listen.
going to be a link.
I got to check how long we've been going because at some
Yeah.
This
point.
podcast is, you're like, so we're going to use 10 minutes of this.
Yeah.
We'll never stop.
Listen, here's the reality of it. We could just fire up a subject with you and just let you go for 6 hours. We're probably gonna have to have you on the podcast on a more regular basis because this episode has been entertaining as all hell.
Yeah.
Hour and a half though, so we do have to wrap it up at some point.
Yeah, let's
but
put a condom on. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
now,
Show's over.
now that's a dad joke. Yeah.
From right here, guys. I'm from right here. Yeah.
Not you use
I did the right hand.
yeah.
I know.
Now to use the other one.
Not with the sound effect. Yeah, the sound effect made me repulsed by the idea.
It gave us the ick.
Yeah.
They did give us the ick.
That's fine.
It's okay.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
you gave us the ick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Actually, can you delete this whole episode? Actually.
Bye.
Yeah.
But we have learned. That's how you tell us the whole state of Michigan right there.
We've learned something.
We learned something from this
mansplained
podcast.
to us, Michigan.
Now we know. Anywho, so that's the episode.
Thanks for your opinions and your personality and your sense of humor. It was great.
Oh my god.
And when your ears are checked, come and see us.
Oh my god, I can't wait. Yeah, when my ears are checked, you guys, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be like too busy to come back. But
Yeah.
thanks for having me on.
Yeah, she's
Don't
gonna-
forget about me when your ears are checked.
Yeah. I could never forget about a hot woman. A hot woman.
Where she's gonna have the Netflix special. Just forget about both of us.
Yeah, just Joe Biden out there for a second, but I'm good.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it happens.
You good?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've been Leah
We're
Lamarr.
doing the awkward like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna
Yeah,
head
date
out now.
over or
Yeah, where do
over
people
now.
find you? Drop your socials.
Yeah, Leah Lamarr.
Boom.
LEAHLAMARR. And on TikTok it is 5 R's. Don't ask why.
Wow.
Yeah.
Couldn't get that first username, huh?
No, I did, and then I couldn't get back into my own account. So,
Ooh.
Got logged
Tough.
out.
Yeah.
Tough.
That happens.
Brutal. Anyway, this has been such a blast. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks for having a conversation with me.
Okay, bye. Thanks for listening to my opinion.
I know. Thanks for calling me hot. That was awesome.
That's a wrap.
Okay,
See you
bye.
guys.